Take a breath. Slow down for just a moment. Something is already waiting for you. Not coming, waiting. Already present, already yours, already within reach. You just haven't seen it yet, or you haven't let yourself step into it fully. Today, we're going to change that. This is a pick a number reading. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to choose between pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. There's no right choice. The pile you feel drawn to is the one that has something to say to you. Trust that. Don't overthink it. Each pile has 3 cards. The first card shows what you already have, the strength, the resource, the foundation that's been there all along. The second card shows what's been blocking you from claiming it. And the third card shows what is ready to come through the moment you get out of your own way. Take a moment, breathe, and when you're ready, choose your pile. Is it pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3? Whenever you're ready, let's begin. If you chose pile 1, this reading is for you. Take another breath before we go into this one. The cards in this pile carry a quiet but powerful energy. There's something here that has been with you for a long time, patient, steady, waiting for you to notice it. Your first card, what you already have, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the card of untapped potential in the material world. And I want you to really sit with what that means, because the Ace of Pentacles isn't about money in the way most people think. It's about something more foundational than that. It's about capability, resourcefulness, the ability to build something real and lasting from what you already have in your hands. You have more to work with than you realize. There is a skill, a talent, an idea, or an opportunity that has been sitting quietly in your life, and you have been walking past it. Maybe because it feels too simple. Maybe because you don't yet trust that it could actually become something. But the Ace of Pentacles says, this seed is real. It has everything it needs to grow. Your second card, what's been blocking you, is the Eight of Swords. This is one of the most psychologically fascinating cards in the deck. The traditional image shows a figure bound and blindfolded, surrounded by swords. But here is the thing. The bindings are loose. The swords are not actually closing in. The figure could walk away at any moment. The only thing keeping them in place is the belief that they can't move. What story have you been telling yourself about why this thing isn't available to you? That you're not ready? That you don't have enough experience? That it's not the right time? That someone else would do it better? That you'd have to give up something you're not willing to give up? None of those stories are as solid as they feel. The Eight of Swords is asking you to question the blindfold, not rip it off, just question it. Is this limitation real, or is it a belief you inherited so long ago that it started to feel like fact? Your third card, what is ready to be claimed, is the Six of Wands. This is a card of recognition, of something coming into the light, of a moment where what you've been quietly building finally becomes visible to others and, more importantly, to yourself. The Six of Wands doesn't arrive through force. It arrives through alignment. When you stop shrinking what you already have to fit the story the Eight of Swords has been telling you, when you let the Ace of Pentacles be what it actually is rather than what you've been afraid to call it, this card becomes available to you. What is ready to be claimed for pile 1 is visibility, recognition, the moment where you stop waiting for permission and let what's already yours take up space. This is yours. It has been waiting. If you chose pile 2, this reading is for you. There's a warmth to this pile, a tenderness. The energy here is less about building and more about receiving, about letting something in that you've been holding at a slight distance without fully realizing it. Your first card, what you already have, is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is one of the most emotionally intelligent cards in the entire deck. She is deeply intuitive, deeply feeling, and deeply connected to the emotional truth of any situation. She doesn't just understand people, she feels them. She knows what's beneath the surface before anyone has said a word. This is you. This is already yours. This emotional intelligence, this capacity to feel deeply and to understand others from the inside, it is not a weakness. It is not something to manage or contain. It is one of the most valuable things you carry. The question is whether you've been treating it that way. Your second card, what's been blocking you, is the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups shows a figure looking at what has been lost. 3 cups spilled on the ground, and behind them, two cups still standing, full, untouched. But the figure hasn't turned around yet. All of the attention is on the loss. Something in the past, a disappointment, a relationship, an outcome that didn't go the way you hoped, has been taking up more space than it deserves. Not because you're weak, but because you felt it deeply, the way the Queen of Cups feels everything deeply. And sometimes the things we feel most intensely are the hardest to put down. But the two cups behind you are real. They are full. They are waiting. Your third card, what is ready to be claimed, is the Ace of Cups. This is the card of new emotional beginning, of a heart that has made enough space to receive something fresh, of love, connection, creativity, and joy arriving, not as something you have to chase, but as something that flows in naturally when the grief of the Five of Cups has been honored and gently released. What is ready to be claimed for pile 2 is an opening, an emotional opening, a relationship, a creative pursuit, a feeling of being at home in yourself that you haven't fully allowed yet because part of you was still looking at the spilled cups. Turn around. What's behind you is yours. If you chose pile 3, this reading is for you. This pile has a different quality to it. There's a sharpness here, a clarity. The energy in pile 3 is asking you to step up in a way that might feel slightly uncomfortable. Not because anything is wrong, but because growth rarely feels entirely safe before it happens. Your first card, what you already have, is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is pure forward energy, passion, drive, boldness, the willingness to move before everything is perfectly planned. This is someone who acts from inspiration rather than waiting for certainty. Someone who trusts their instincts enough to begin before they can see the whole path. This is already in you. This fire, this momentum, this capacity to move quickly and decisively when something genuinely excites you. You have felt it. Maybe not recently. Maybe it's been quieter than usual, but it's there. Your second card, what's been blocking you, is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups shows a figure sitting under a tree, arms crossed, looking inward. 3 cups sit on the ground in front of them. And a fourth cup, offered extended right there, is being ignored. Not rejected, just not seen. Apathy, withdrawal. A kind of quiet disengagement that can look like rest, but is actually avoidance. Something has felt flat recently, and instead of moving toward what might reignite you, you've been sitting with the flatness, waiting for the feeling to come back on its own. The Four of Cups isn't a judgment, it's an invitation to look up. Because the cup being offered in this card, the one you haven't noticed yet, that's the whole point of this reading. Your third card, what is ready to be claimed, is the Sun. The Sun is one of the most unambiguous cards in the deck. Clarity, vitality, joy that isn't complicated or conditional, a moment of genuine aliveness after a period of going through the motions. What is ready to be claimed for pile 3 is your own energy, your enthusiasm, the version of you that moves like the Knight of Wands, not recklessly, but freely. That version isn't gone. It's been sitting under the tree with you, and it's ready to stand up. The sun is yours. It has been waiting for you to look up and see it. Whatever pile you chose today, I want to leave you with this. The things that are already yours don't disappear because you haven't claimed them yet. They wait. They're patient in a way that's almost uncomfortable once you recognize it. Because it means the only thing that has ever stood between you and them is the moment you decide to stop looking away. That moment can be now. If this reading resonated with you, leave a comment below. Tell me which pile you chose and what landed. I read every single one. And if you want more readings like this, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.